top of them to make it a little bit extra squishy as Roolf's going to be picking that one up for Cloud9. But you can see the space that they created, well, it's not really there anymore because they've been swarmed over by Cloud9, just completely surrounding Misfits on this point, focusing them down into these tight areas.
TviQ had to go back over there, missed his hook onto Gods, who is playing the Genji. He's got one now though, hook xepheR in, large amount of damage, but Misfits are surrounded on all sides as well. That pick on the KAISER is going to be crucial though, and they've almost demeched xepheR. Once the tanks are out of the situation, makes Cloud9 far less scary. Therefore, which means that Zebbosai has his nano booster very early. Interested to see which target they use it on. Might be onto Reinforce as he comes in here, but they've got a Dragon Blade in the backlines as well from Gods. Kept alive with the Transcendence there, manages to avoid the hook, but the fight's still breaking out. They've used the nano boost as well.
Yeah, that got eaten.
He was eaten. Graviton was eaten by xepheR there, so great job by him. We talked about the D.Va. I mean, not really too great against Zarya, but if you eat grabs like that, then you can make that one definitely work. Reinforce was able to hit a charge off as Surefour just trying to cause a little bit of disruption towards Manneten. You're not allowing him to regroup with his team, but those shields are always going to be there. Speaking of the rest of the team here, Cloud9 is just wiping Misfits off the floor.
Reinforce died with his Earth Shatter available as well. Really difficult to get value. It's going to be so predictable from Misfits as they come through here. Bubble laid down so that Reinforce and the rest of his team can attempt to get in for free. But Nevix, Mineral, Reinforce, they're all dropping like flies. That engagement, they took so much damage just attempting to stall. There's a couple of seconds that are delayed there, but in the end, it's going to be Cloud9 capturing this second checkpoint with relative ease so far in Hollywood.
The enemy team, not to trying to maintain some sort of high ground presence here. Attack bars are coming out of Nevix towards the back, so it can be mitigated by xepheR for the most part, whether it's his body or the defense matrix. It's going to be enough. Surefour picks up that kill. Now Reinforce has Primal Rage ready to go, and they're able to get some crucial kills with Roolf going down.
It turned all of their eyes just for a second. Adam with another sound barrier, but they're fighting into really fast defensive spawns, and Reinforce has his Primal Rage up. We're now going to be certainly into overtime. A couple of picks going their way. Cloud9 have still got this Earth Shatter to use as well. KAISER's really been pressured for now, but there goes an Earth Shatter. Oh, huge.
Oh my lord, he blocks it in the millisecond with his own shield projector coming down. He gets the better of KAISER, and it looks like Misfits are going to hold on to this final push here. What great individual play there at the end.
We were talking about the Reinhardt v. Reinhardt matchup there, but obviously Reinforce.
Look at that smile. He knows. He knows.
So this should be really interesting. Seems almost strange that you would put such a high impact player onto the D.Va, but we'll see whether Misfits make it work.
Well, Reinforce is trying to get aggressive there. As you can see, just swinging in the face of KAISER, trying to force them back, trying to mostly just get positioning onto this point as a spam, and the shield wars come into effect here for both these teams. Nevix going to be on that Tracer, looking to potentially flank around towards the back, so maybe catch out a support, but you can see Cloud9, they've grouped up together inside this cafe, but they've given up half control of this point already.
And with Zebbosai falling there, a lot of health removed from the field. They're playing triple tank, but with the Zen, so as soon as his Harmony Orb's taken down, difficult for them. But Nevix has found a pulse bomb onto KAISER, and Manneten to get him pretty close to his Graviton. He can avoid it getting eaten, that could swing the tide of the fight as well, but here comes a nano boost as well. Surefour popping it off with his tactical visor, but Reinforced with the Earth Shatter just to completely neutralize him, and the pin, and that's taken out. Misfits in a great position now.
Well, the fight's not over just yet. The Reinforce, he's on a sliver of HP, finally gonna be healed back up as the fire grenade does fade away, and Nevix getting that kill in a Roolf just shuts down any sort of healing coming from the direction of Cloud9. KAISER's back on point, but he doesn't really have the backup there to really do much about this. He has no healing. He's gonna go down, and it looks like Misfits eventually will take this point in their first attack.
And this is looking pretty beautiful for them. Reinforce has built up 75% of his Earth Shatter again. Zebbosai
Gods again with the Dragon Blade looking to chase down onto someone, but he doesn't have the opportunity to pick up a kill yet because Reinforce is there knocking away. Zebbosai's going to get that kill to payload, but at least be back on top and to force it over time with 5 seconds to go.
This could be where they turn it. They've managed to force a Transcendence out of Roolf and a huge amount of damage coming out from Nevix there. KAISER dropped down to incredibly weak health, and Zebbosai's got his ultimate. It looks like they're going to be able to do it in the overtime. Cloud9 finally falling. That's going to open up at the second checkpoint. They might even get the opportunity to recontest, but at the moment just delaying, seeing if they can set up anything here. Really interesting compositions and how they've worked with it from Misfits, but in general, they're just holding on by the skin of their teeth.
Surefour, oh, he had post-bomb, but he gets taken out by Zebbosai. They were all grouped up with the payload. They had to stay there. If you maybe would have stuck that, that could have been the downfall of Misfits, but here we go, kills still coming into TviQ. Another self-destruction, at least zone them away from this one and pick up a kill on Adam. And I think Misfits are finally going to cross the second checkpoint, but they don't have that much time to close out this map.
KAISER invested his Primal Rage into that. I assume they're going to be swapping off to a Reinhardt Sentry comp Misfits have to work with, and this is a difficult point to crack as well. A tactical visor from on top. It's just getting completely eaten for the moment, but he manages to give xepheR the Jukes, popping his way down. Huge amount of damage into the backline. Massive amount of kills for Misfits here. They've still got the Transcendence to work with, and potentially a Pulse Bomb, but a little bit of delay. Possibility for the spawners to come in here, but the goal is within their sights.
Oh, the pulse bomb's ready to go for Manneten. He's going to try to at least desuit xepheR again, who's just delaying for so long here. Overtime is 15 seconds away. Even the Savage going to be coming at Cloud9. They need to stabilize here. Middle's going to pop his own just to respawn, just to make sure they can hold on here. Zebbosai Trance is ready to go. They have another support ultimate where Roolf has his Anubis now put on to KAISER.
Here we go, they're getting really weak here. At some point, Zebbosai's got to pop it off. The Transcendence comes out, but they've already lost two. Slightly too late there to save Mineral, and Reinforce might still be enough to get them across the line, but that Earth Shadow looks like it's going to seal the deal. KAISER coming out with what he's known for best, and they have knocked the Swedes to the ground. Can they clean up the last couple of people with these spawners? As overtime ticks down, it looks like Cloud9 are going to be able to take this first map on Hollywood. They've still got a little bit of janitor duty to do, but as the pin comes in at the end there as well, it is going to be the North American team with the win on Hollywood.
Wow, so Cloud9. I mean, xepheR, I know that was
To Oasis, I don't think.
well, as you pointed out, xepheR, we're going to be seeing the Tracer and the Soldier pick up again for Misfits here on the red side, and Cloud9 going to be running the Genji Tracer combo that we just saw on Hollywood here. So far, Zebbosai's been able to set himself up towards the Elephant side. No kills coming in just yet. Actually, not even that much damage, to be honest, as both teams are just trying to poise for positioning around this map, as the point has finally unlocked. It looks like Misfits have gotten a majority of the initial capture.
Yeah. Vying for position, just poking each other, seeing if they can get the better end of any individual target. TviQ dropped really low though, actually went on a flanking route and ended up getting picked up by Gods, who's into the back line now, causing a ton of pressure onto Misfits. They're dealing with it relatively well with their biotic field. They're staying
first, could win the fight.
Or even what Zen's going to be alive at that point, because we see both Tracers do fairly well and try to counter each other, and Roolf's going to pop his out a little preemptively just to make sure he does not get taken down. Zebbosai, 99%, he has his ultimate available, deals 1 HP, he's going to pop it off to just barely stay alive here. That might be the turning point now for Misfits, as TviQ is just not able to hit that post bump. The self-destruct catches two. Manneten, where the hell did that come from?
enormous plays from Manneten again with the self-destruct. Fantastic stuff from them, and they all managed to get their ultimates just in the nick of time from Misfits. It was overtime. Zebbosai was only on 1 health. Nevix also popped off his tactical visor. They had the huge self-destruct. That's the definition of clutch right there coming out from the Swedish team, as they managed to steal that one away from Cloud9. And Misfits instead going for Manneten on the Zarya. So a lot of damage going to be coming out from him. He should be able to build up that energy fairly well. Difficult to get value out of the ultimate though, perhaps. A big brawl happening on the ground here though. Both teams not aiming for the high ground.
So instead of going for any flanks, any backlines, they're just like, we're going to just power straight through you. We're going to kill your main tank KAISER and give you no chance. I mean, you saw Reinforce, he was shielded, right? So there was no chance to even stop him.
Yeah, well, it is with a hook, and even if he does hook anyone else, it's hard to one-shot them.
Oh, Reinforce!
What a play!
My man.
That's fantastic coming out from Reinforce. Check your corners. But Cloud9 walk into that one. A free ultimate for Reinforce. He's got to be feeling good about that.
That's huge for Misfits, just being able to use
Shadow, but that's the only ultimate they've got.
Oh, and Gods and Surefour, the two flankers have their ult ready to go too. This is going to be so difficult to sustain from Zebbosai switching over to the Ana. Last second here, Gods will be coming towards the back, looking for him, and he doesn't connect it. Looks like the Earth Shatter didn't even hit on the Gods either, and Gods is just cleaning up here in Cloud9. Most certainly will close this one out, and Village will be theirs. Tying things up at 1 apiece here on Nepal.
Well, I gotta say, Gods was my guy to watch on Cloud9 to see how he was performing on Genji, but he has had some absolutely fantastic Dragon Blades over the course of this game. Setting up perfectly along with his tank line as well. They knew that Misfits were gonna be much more the home of the triple tank, but we've seen both of these two teams not afraid to play it in different areas anyway. So this one, that was a sleep dart right at the beginning. Who did that catch? Nevix, huge amount of damage taken out from the shield.
To be favoring the side of Cloud9 too, just the fact they have a Roadhog to just eat away at this Reinhardt shield for Reinforce, and xepheR's going to be there to block any damage coming back their way. Reinforce already on a sliver of HP, going to be healed back up though. Going to be relatively slow with no Ana to get that bio grenade. Point has finally been unlocked, and God's going to hit a hook. That's going to pull TviQ a little bit too far deep. But still, no kills coming off the back of this.
Roolf with a super quick nano boost built up from healing the rest of his team here. If he needs to use it, that will definitely turn the tide of the fight. Gods gets it at the end of his hook just to melt Reinforce. To be honest, though, I don't think they needed it. At that point,
he has big feet to hold on to. And Surefour does get the kill on TviQ, but the Earthshot's ready to go. You can see the shield's almost broken. Reinforce has to play this one so carefully to make sure to hit this one perfect, and he does it! KAISER's gonna block it out, but he does get the charge onto it nonetheless, but Gaz knocks him away with the whole hog, but the kills are all blue, and this point should be turned over, and with TviQ, the last man remaining, will allow Cloud9 to take a 2-1 lead here on Nepal.
A lot of mind games there between KAISER and Reinforce. The Korean getting the better end of it in the end.
If you're Reinforced there though, it's like
so difficult.
You have to use your shatter, right? You can't hold on to it.
Actually, they changed very quickly after the first fight.
Super aggression coming out here from Misfits at the top side. Debuff has already hit Reinforced, but playing the positioning nicely, doesn't take too much damage from it. A lot of pressure being applied here to Cloud9. They're kind of stuck in a little cubby hole, and Zebbosai's orbs come through, wreck Surefour. Didn't get the hook in onto Reinforced, but I think his careful bubble placement managed to mitigate a lot of the damage, and Misfits have played their composition and the aggression really well, going to be able to come up with the first cap.
You see the power of D.Va there, right?
Yeah, I got to quite easily just turn it, but Took getting picked.
Manneten's got to get some value out of this Dragon Blade that he's just got online as well. Tactical visor, but xepheR again in his face. xepheR has been playing so well on the D.Va and on the Zarya role. Manneten comes in with the Dragon Blade as well, though, instantly shut down. The focus there, so great. And KAISER with an Earth Shatter as well is going to finish this off. Surely, this is an impossible comeback for Misfits. They only had TviQ on the point. He's a great player, but it's not going to be enough. And Cloud9 asserting their dominance on Misfits' map pick there of Nepal.
That Earth Shatter was crucial to win that fight. It was still very even, 3 for 3, and he managed to pick up both support.
Manneten gets dragged down from the high ground and DMEC instantly taken out. That's a decent pick for them to start the fight.
That's something that Cloud9 needed. They needed a hook. They needed something to get them out of that hole, that room that they've been pushed into.
I was just waiting for a bio grenade to come through and just completely splash all of them down. And then just, hey, easy kills for you as long as you rush into that one. But they played it well. I mean, they're using the Reinhardt comp against this kind of dive-centric composition that Misfits was running, especially with the help of Zebbosai. Look at this. Someone, I think it was you.
The Beyblade meta. They were both excellent, so icicles all over the place, but he actually gets hooked really instantly.
Well, now Surefour, he's got attack price ready to go. The EMP's going to come in, which will connect on Surefour now up to the side and pop this one down. Where's the D.Va? There's going to be a single one, and it's going to be him getting so many free kills, so much free damage done. But the question comes down to now, is it going to be enough to pick up a lot of progress on the point? The first third will be taken here for Cloud9. Maywell going to come in, which will allow Nevix to contest from the other side of this one. Not to mention Zebbosai throwing his transit here to get back on top of point here. But now Nevix, he's just going to fall for this one. KAISER picks up the kill. The Postman going to give himself a double kill, though, with Adam and Surefour going down. That should be now Misfits holding this point.
A massive turn of momentum there as TviQ finds 2 with the pulse bomb, but that was Nevix managing to stop.
After the EMP, just straight away, no chance to do anything from Cloud9.
Well, now I'm wondering what happens when xepheR gets his Grandson surge up to actually combo with Surefour. Instead, they're just saying Godson almost by himself, and Surefour's going to pick himself 2. God's hitting himself 2. TviQ's going to be able to pop his attack visor down, but I believe it gets picked off in the midst of that one, and Misfits have been all completely wiped out here. Cloud9 have the chance to at least get 2/3. Can they finish this one off? Is anyone going to touch the point in time? And that's going to be it. Cloud9 have finally, after a hell of a lot of time, captured that second point with 1:31 remaining.
From the Discord orb.
They have the Transcendence as well, so really crucial Resurrect coming out from Adam.
Show us what you got, Manneten. Make up for those earlier shots here. Oh, that's Surefour right directly on top of him. Yeah, that's what we talked about with Surefour.
Yeah.
Fantastic Pharah. Amazing Pharah.
Amazing positioning as well, because he has to try and dodge Manneten and still get value out of it. Here comes Nevix though, trying to put on his best Dragon Blade. They're managing to find the picks that they need to open up this point, but the time is not looking good here for Misfits. Second point is so difficult to crack, and Cloud9 had all the time in the world to be able to do it.
Wow.
Are they really going to be able to get this kill? No, Reinforce, he has to back off. The spawners are coming in.
Those are just like the mind games you're playing with KAISER, importantly. So if they can get this EMP out and res after and get a huge res, that could still be an easy fight.
Oh, they didn't catch Nevix there with the EMP, and they managed to get the early pick onto Surefour, but his blade was focused down so quickly as well. Here comes the res though. That's a 2 up for Manarol and Nevix. They're going to be able to invest more players into this fight. They've managed to focus down God so well as well. The Genji's just not being able to get any value out of the ultimates here, and Misfits with a great opportunity to get at least a tick on the board. Cloud9 though with a bit of a stalling composition, they've managed to get the 1 tick. Surely, are they going to be able to get 2? No, the stall comes in from Cloud9 for now, but they've managed to force down Gods moving over to the Tracer, and Surefour falls. This is about keeping everybody alive from Misfits, having Nevix do a huge amount of damage, and that barrage picks up both of their tanks as well. Huge plays from Misfits, and there's only 2 players left alive. The stall, the Transcendence, it comes through, but it's going to look like a reasonable time on the board. So difficult for Cloud9 to be able to take this one back, and Misfits capture both points in fairly similar time here on Temple of Anubis.
So that's going to be no D.Va. There's nothing to stop Nevix from letting this tactical visor go off.
This is going to be massive if they manage to lock them out without even taking a tick on the first point here. See what Nevix can get done with tactical visor coming out from Nevix. This is a nano visor as well. The one from Surefour really didn't find anything. And in fact, Nevix picks up 3 in the back, just waiting for them to come to the point. And great Helix accuracy at the end to flick on the KAISER. Cloud9 tried their best, but Misfits managed to finally execute their composition, what they were aiming for the first time, and lock them out of the first point.
Stay away from the sidelines of Manneten, just don't exist unless shields are up. And there you go, they're stuck into this corner. Easy pings for the rest of the team. Manneten gets the D-suit onto xepheR, and now Reinforce is going to come back to try to protect Manneten, who's eventually going to go down. But with this amount of kills, with the run back time for Cloud9, that should be Misfits getting this map.
It definitely should be, and they've got ultimates to use if they need to. Anubis, Primal Rage coming online. Cloud9, are they anywhere near? Can they trickle in? It doesn't look like it, and that's going to be Misfits taking Temple of Anubis. Their first map in this tournament as well so far. 1-2 in the series. Primal Rage. And now Cloud9 are coming forwards. They're investing ultimates into this one. Primal Rage from KAISER's going to lock Nevix into the corner. No! I don't want to be stuck in big Earls forever. But he'll be able to respawn. And Cloud9 with a win in this fight. But see, Misfits might still be able to re-engage. They lost players fairly early on, including their tanks. They've got the Primal Rage from Reinforce. If they want to dive back in, they could try and take a fight in this archway.
They could. I'm just concerned where Reinforce is. Actually, so he's right around the corner. He does have the opportunity to. He's going to pop this one down. Does barely. No! They do capture the point just in the nick of time before he gets there. Not being shoved into the air. They're going to be trying to come out from here in this cave and eventually going to make their way through. The Transcendence going to be popped at a Roolf again. I think it's second or maybe even third of the game so far. Manneten does have the self-destruct ready to go, and with teammates falling left and right, with now 4 men now down, there's no point even waste this ultimate. Might as well save it to his final phase, and Cloud9 again. I mean, looking pretty solid into the second phase. Struggled a little bit on the first earlier on, but now 3 minutes left to go.
And of course, KAISER Earthshatters, they're deadly.
And they know there's no There's no sound barrier, there's no transcendence, there's nothing to stop Gods and his ultimate here to close out this map.
Here it comes into the back at the same time as the Earthshatter actually catches them onto the floor. Manneten was attempting to shield for a couple of his players, but Gods with the 4K, huge value out of him. He's been fantastic actually over on this Genji. I was kind of wondering what his performance would be like, but he is performing brilliantly alongside Surefour in this DPS duo. And now Misfits desperately have to try and stop them.
There's a nice shield to block this one from coming through. It's going to catch on to Manneten somehow, as he was desuited by Roolf. And then Reinforce is going to fall off the back of that. That's going to be a Cloud9 with 3 kills there. Should close this out with 30 seconds left. They don't get put in overtime. And now, Misfits, I don't know. I want to feel really confident about them coming into... And while you're trying to cover that terrain, you take a lot of damage on the way there. The payloads, you know, it's relatively close to actually finish off this first point, but now with less than a minute to go here, Surefour, surely he's eventually going to go down. Finally, Reinforce is able to smack him back into the corner, and that's a 2-kill lead here for Misfits.
Again, being pocketed super well by xepheR. He is playing a fantastic diva for Cloud9. Just the synergy between him and the rest of his team, he always seems to be in the right place at the right time to avoid damage coming onto the crucial players. Surefour making the swap off as well. Doesn't want to play Widowmaker in the streets, but I think that tactic was as well. He's getting a huge amount of cleave damage. If at any point he chooses to use Primal Rage, there's so he's flying. He's a flying gorilla.
Primal Rage now pops here. God's able to get the hook back in onto him, but just hooking him to maybe his own death. He's just trying to knock them off the payload. We'll get the kill to Surefour as Reinforce is still just trying to dance around with Gods. 70 HP remains, going to just leap away. In the meantime, the rest of the team's going to be there to help out. And Manneten, Nevix, and TviQ all close this one out. And there we go, Misfits get the second.
Or if he can get Roolf and Adam, that's going to be the key targets that he wants. He cannot afford to just hit KAISER with his ultimate, and if he hits the shield, that's going to be devastating.
Oh, he gets the knock away.
Does get Adam in the back, Gavin.
In the back, see if he can get value from this dive from TviQ at the end here into overtime for everybody. 99% from Manneten. If he can avoid throwing it into xepheR's arms, then this could be pivotal for them. They've got it. The Graviton did it catch anybody? It did. It's caught a couple of players. xepheR in the middle of that though, but it's a nano boost over the top from Gods as he tries to apply a lot of damage. Misfits at getting the picks though, and they've managed to demeg xepheR. This could be the clutch from the Swedes.
Gods is at 80%, 90% now. If he could just get his ultimate online, thing is he has not a lot of HP to work with here. The payload is still moving. Someone's going to have to contest it. Finally comes in. Gods goes down as his Dragon Blade was almost online here. Manneten is still doing so much damage here from the side as Reinforce close to another Earthshatter. KAISER had he just had it up and he tried to get it off, but he got picked off last second, and finally Misfits will cross the line in overtime and have a minute remaining.
How did they manage to do that one? Utterly clock hold way closer than this on Route 66. So even this is looking decent. If they can win a fight, this will also be fantastic. Cloud9 at the moment look a little unsure of when they want to drop, when they want to initiate, but they're going for it now.
Dude, eventually here, Reinforce is going to be looking for that 1v1 against Surefour, who's about half HP, but 80% on his ultimate already. TviQ has gone down to a charge out of KAISER, and no one's even on the payload. Misfits showing Cloud9 how to pull themselves, and they don't continue to push the payload further as they lost too many men.
C9, lol.
Yeah, he's been forced to recall because he has no HP left. He's still looking for maybe KAISER just to stick this one too. He's gonna, oh, if he stuck that, he charged in his own team. That could have been the downfall of Cloud9. And now TviQ popping this blade down with no Anubis to use, as we do see a Boostio in the mix of this one. It is hectic.
Oh, the hook onto Nevix as well when he had his tactical visor up top. They've got the nano boost onto the Primal Rage Winston as well. But players are falling left, right, and center for Misfits. This card is going to continue moving forwards. Reinforce was the only player there, and Cloud9 are going to complete the map. On Route 66, take 3 maps in their first series, and they look strong to start out TakeOver 2 as the only real North American team here. Fantastic showing from them. KAISER looks